YouTube? I had a TV epiphany. If you don't know what that is, it's when you realize something's going on in a show, and I felt like I just really needed to share it. So I am a huge Once Upon a Timer because I watched this show once and I watch all the timer now. And I realized that this show is a bunch of Easter eggs. Like they just drop them in like cannonballs or like parachute. You remember when you were a kid and you had those like parachute, soldier dudes, like you drop them but they never really like parachute, they just kind of fell at you? That's what this show is. And it's come to a point in its broadcasting where they're starting to drop more secretive Easter eggs. Because I was having a conversation where I thought my friends and I, we were on the same page, and I was just like, this week they announced the Snow Queen, and they're like, what? And I'm like, what? You don't know who the flippin' Snow Queen is? Because all this time we've had, the Seven Dwarfs, we've had Snow White, Prince Charming, and all of these characters you're familiar with, and we've gotten to a point in Once Upon a Time where they've had to dip into classics that people didn't know were classics. Because you're aware of the Grimm fairy tales, right? It's not this thin Dr. Seuss book. We're talking about an encyclopedia of crazy man knowledge and creativity. And we've only hit like page 247 of a 900-page book. And it happens to land on the Snow Queen, which has been the basis for every snow-based female character in fictional history. I kid you not, because Hans, whatever his name for Grimm, he was originator, and he came out with this character, and now they're gonna feature her on flippin' Once Upon a Time. And because I feel like my friends represent the majority, I felt like it's my duty to let you know a little bit of backstory and maybe what could be happening in this future season of Once Upon a Time. So we start off with this devil guy, right? Who's devil-ish, kind of, on Once Upon a Time, Rumple. And this devil guy in the Hans story, in the Grimm fairy tales, creates this mirror. It's called the troll mirror. And this troll mirror reflects on all the bad things that people have. It doesn't show anything good about them. You could be a great person, but you hold up that troll mirror and you realize you have like a pimple in the middle of your forehead. That's horrible. And so he's so super excited about it. He's been teaching this like devil school where he's like, look guys, I created this mirror and we can take it and show it to that guy over there and this guy over here, and they're gonna just turn into evil dudes. So they've been going all around the world, I don't know if it's Earth, but all around the world showing it to people, and they decided, you know what, who's our biggest enemy? The angels. Let's make them look like fools, so let's get on a ladder if we have one. We're going to climb up there with this mirror, and we're going to show it to them. Now, everyone knows when you get onto a step ladder, you significantly lose balance, and that's what they did. Ended up dropping this mirror, shattered everywhere. What happens when stuff shatters? If you're not in the room, it blows off into the wind, which is what happened. These pieces of this horrible mirror blew off into the great wide nethers of the world. And then you stumble upon these two characters, young kids, Gerda, what a name, and Kai, who are best buds, kind of like Romeo and Juliet without all the drama, live right next door to each other in like the Bronx, and they can like travel to each other's houses on staircases or fire escapes. Completely unsafe, but that's what they do. And they have a garden that they grow with their grandparents, and they're totally in love with each other, but they don't know, because when you're little, if that kid has the cooties, then you know that you're meant to be. And so they have the cooties for each other, right? And you know that the troll mirror pieces are out there infecting people. And you have these two innocent kids, and they're loving life. And one day, one of them kind of gets tempted by this random snow woman they see off in the distance in winter. He kind of brushes her off, Kai, but comes back one day and, he's like looking around, hanging out with Gerda, gets a piece of the troll mirror in his eye, corrupts his soul, and now he's bad. He flipped over some flower patches and stuff, completely evil stuff, like underworld evil. Tore out a flower at the roots, dirty. Okay? And he runs off. Ends up finding the Snow Queen. She's able to lure him away this time with a couple of kisses. Like, literally. If she did it 3 times, he'd be dead. But she kind of had a crush on him. Kissed him twice. Gerda, his friend, best BFF, is upset, and she's just like, no, he's not dead. I'm gonna find him, don't worry. Goes through all manners of craziness trying to find this dude. Meets like a sorceress who wants to kidnap her, and like cuts down roses all over the place because roses remind her of Kai, the friend she lost. But then she cries a green thumb tear, and a rose pops up, and she remembers, and she's able to escape. Easiest escape ever. Takes off. She meets another witch who's like, I can totally help you. And here's some birds like in Cinderella who, instead of whistling, have a full-on conversation where, don't worry, Kai's alive. She offers like red shoes to a river who's sentient because she gives the shoes to the river. It's a river. It doesn't need shoes. He's like, I don't want the shoes. And then she knows, oh, Kai's not dead. I don't know how she knows that, but, you know, maybe she can read wind, you know? Sunny day. Something like that. Weird. Anyway, she's gathering all these friends who are, like, supportive of her cause. We're gonna find Kai. And she ends up meeting this really nice witch from wherever who tells her, oh, Kai is with the sorceress Princess Snow Queen in Lapland, wherever that is, and don't worry, you'll be able to get to him. And her friends are like, can't you give her like any kind of magic powers or something? Maybe a gun, but specifically magic powers to defeat this woman? And the lady's just like, no. Right? I'm thinking like, what? No? But then she explains to her, because you're so innocent and pure, you'll be able to defeat the lady, because there's nothing I can give you that will help you. You were able to get from the Bronx, New York to California basically unharmed. So you'll be fine. Go get him. Love him. Right? She gets there, meets the Snow Queen, rescues Kai by hugging him and melting his ice heart and like crying in his eye, and it washes out like the troll mirror piece like Clear Eye, and happy ever after. So what I think this means for Once Upon a Time is we've discovered the ice cream lady is the Snow Queen. I think they're going to twist it a bit. Kai's going to be a bit older maybe, and she had a crush on him because she thought she was the queen bee, and he turned her away, and so she's like, I really want this dude. Happens to get this troll mirror, which goes along with her plans, is able to lure him away. They get their jiggy on, nasty, and have a baby. What did we see at the beginning of the season? Elsa's parents were like, oh, before the Titanic sinks, let's put a note in a bottle, send it to Elsa because she needs to know. Know what? Everybody knows her sister Anna has red hair. Her mom and dad has red hair. Where did this blonde hair come from? If you're thinking what I'm thinking, she was found. And that's how I think this ties into the Snow Queen. Because the Snow Queen got jiggy with Kai, had a baby. Kai fell in love with his girlfriend Gerda and took off. Now she's mad and jealous, and she wants Kai back or revenge. But she can't have this baby in the way, and so she leaves the baby. Here comes Anna's parents. Take this baby. They don't know that this is a magic snow baby. Take her home, raise her, and look what happened. Never-ending winter. And so now you have this Snow Queen who's not aware that she has a kid that's alive, and she's trying to get revenge because if you recall, the curse erased everyone's memory, and so she forgot for a minute that she was a mad hater. But then Regina like reversed the curse, and so she remembers, and now's the perfect time to take over Storybrooke, to exact her revenge, because you've got this novice snow wielder, and she's the queen bee at it. These are just my thoughts. I shared them with my friends. They agreed with me. I hope you like it. So these are my thoughts. Wanted to fill you in with the history of the Snow Queen, and I'll be following the whole season, hopefully, to see if my ideas were correct. And if you have any ideas, I'll be live tweeting the show when it comes on at CWatsOnT.TV. So join me on Twitter and we can talk about it. Bye!